everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Natalie with Natalie's Closet, and I will be right back with 2 WIPs and the announcement of last week's subscriber of the week. So I will see you in a sec. Natalie's Closet. Okay, so welcome back everyone. As I said, this is Natalie with Natalie's Closet, and I would love to welcome all of our subscribers back, and thank you so much for watching my videos and just interacting as much as you guys have been. And I want to say thank you. Sorry for not having been here Monday or yesterday with the live, but thank you so much for your comments and well wishes and stuff, and hoping that I would get better. I greatly appreciate it, and that really does mean a lot to me. And thanks for the support, saying that you guys will still be here regardless of when I get back. So I greatly appreciate that. Thank you so very much. I will be announcing last week's subscriber of the week in a few minutes. And since I wasn't here Monday, I know that's probably on your mind. Let's just assume that Monday I had the same jewelry, okay, that I normally have on. So the change will be either today or Friday. All right, so Monday is normal. Today or tomorrow, or today or Friday will be the days of change. And then next week we'll talk about something else, or a little bit of a change I want to make to it. So I think it's still gonna be a lot of fun, and you guys seem to really enjoy it, so I'm not worried about it. Okay, so for the WIPs, this is gonna be a relatively short video, but I've only had time to work on 2 of my shawls, and I just want to be able to share them with you. So the first one will be the one that I frogged the yarn of the original shawl and turned into the easy, what was it? I forget what it was called. The easy mesh shawl or summertime shawl or something like that. So I have added, I'm probably going to say I maybe doubled the size. I mean, because it wasn't that big last week, but I think I may have doubled it, maybe not quite doubled it with the time that I had to work on it. But I'm loving it, and I think it looks great, and I can't wait to see it done. But that's it so far. And, you know, it's just a mesh shawl. These are just chain 5s with a single crochet into the previous chain, you know, the previous chain 5 in the row below, and that's basically all it is, with a chain 3, chain 3, 2 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet, making this section right here with chain 5, and then a single crochet in the previous chain 5. So hopefully that makes sense to you guys, but I think it's coming out great, and I think I doubled the size. It may not have been quite double, but I think it's a lot of fun. I think it's a great, bright, happy shawl. So yeah, and this is really, it is relatively easy, and it does go quickly. And the part that I did do went quickly. I just didn't have much time to continue it. But that is going to be a fun one. Hopefully I'll have quite a bit done for next week is what I'm aiming for. Then I have my beautiful blue shawl that I'm hoping will work for me as long as there's enough yarn, because I would hate to see this go because it is really beautiful. Oh, sorry for the earthquake if I shook it up a little bit, but this is it so far. I have added at least this section to it right here, so that's like 4, 5, 6, 7, I don't know, like 10 rows or so. So it is working up nice, and it is growing. It has finally switched into having 2 of the darker rows, 2 of the darker strands, with the transition into the darker part of the shawl. So that has started, as you can see, up I think through this section at the very least. These at least these 4, maybe 5 rows, it's starting to get darker. So I do really love the shawl. I think it's really turning out beautifully. That's it up close. I think you can see the popcorn stitches kind of sorta right in this row right here. I think you can see the popcorns, but I love this shawl. I'm really hoping that, you know, there's enough yarn to make it be a nice, decent size shawl. I think there is, because there's at least a half of a cake left, if not more. May even be a little bit more than half. So I think it'll work out well. I mean, obviously it's getting significantly wider here. I think I have now, I'm at like 165 stitches. I think maybe even 180. I can't remember so far along the length of it. So it is starting to get quite, you know, it is starting to get bigger. So the only thing I am finding now, anybody, and I'm sorry for my hair, but right now, without being able to get into my hairstylist, it's getting long and funky and not sitting right because it's not long enough. So apologize for my hair. But anybody, I know, Monique, you do use the Wooltrum. You have several of the Wooltrum cakes. For anybody else that uses it, that has used the Sparkle Wooltrum, which this one is, it's got the, it's, crap. Okay, so this is part of what I was going to ask you guys. I noticed, oh man, I noticed about about a quarter of the way into where I am right now, that the sparkle yarn that is in here, or the strand of sparkle that's in here, I actually noticed in part of it, it has doubled. There are two of the strands in a short, and probably a 5-foot long piece. There were like two strands of the sparkle yarn. Now I was thinking that maybe somehow it got doubled up and now part of it doesn't have it, but that's not the case. There's still one strand going in both directions. And that it's like kind of tied up at one point, but that right where it tied up, where it went back to one strand going into the rest of the cake, and I worked up the two strands that were in it. Where it tied off, it actually, like, it, they didn't do it so that it evenly, that the regular yarn and the sparkle yarn were even. So there was like a bubble of extra sparkle yarn. So I had to kind of maneuver it into the stitch so that it didn't look like there was extra, but there's a small section where it, if you really looked, I mean, you really need to know what you're looking for. So I'm not worried about it if this doesn't work up for me, that somebody's going to notice it, but there's extra. And then now from that point back or into the cake, I'm dealing with there being, like, the yarn itself is a little bit longer than the sparkle yarn. So I'm pulling it through, like everything I'm pulling, I'm having to pull to make sure that it's all even and there's no extra in where I'm working. So there's extra of one or the other back into the cake. Does that make sense? If any, and I don't know, is this something that is only when it comes with the sparkle yarn? Because this is the first time working with Wooltrum. Now I have worked with the Whirl, but not a sparkle one. Is this something you have noticed, anybody that has used the Wooltrum sparkle yarn, is this something you guys have noticed ever happening before? Am I the lucky one that happened to have a cake that is a little wonky? I love it, don't get me wrong, I love working with it. It's just I really had to work with it to make, because it was already double stranded in that section and had a little bit like of an extra, there was a little bit longer of a piece of sparkle than there was of the regular yarn, and I couldn't undo it unless I wanted to actually cut it. But then that was going to really mess up the double strand in that set. So yeah, just let me know if this is something you guys have come up with, or if you guys have seen, if you've used the sparkle Wooltrum yarn. And I hope I'm saying it right. Oh, I crack myself up sometime. Okay, so anyway, those are my two WIPs. I hope you like the outcome as much, or you know, where they are right now as much as I do, and I just realized that this seems to have gotten, I knew I shouldn't have done this. All right, well, I kind of got it going again. We'll see what happens. Okay, because I'm dealing with a section like right here, if you guys can see, it's knotted. Ay. Hold on a second. Hold on a second, because I need to do this so that you guys can actually see it properly. Okay, see, I have it pulled so that it's all even right here, but I've got this extra little piece of sparkle yarn right there, and it's tied off yet again right there. You see that? Do you see how it's tied off right there? And going in this direction back into the cake, there's actually 2 strands. See, this whole extra piece of sparkle from this tied off section right there, there's this whole extra piece of sparkle that is right there in and of itself, one piece. It's, do you see that? So my fear is if I cut that, if it's not actually tied in well there, that one of the strand that's going back into the cake may end up falling off. And then I'm going to have to basically, well, I would have to hold on to it. I'm trying to see if there's 2 strands. No, there's not 2 strands of sparkle at this point. So let me know, anybody right there. But I would love to hear your comments on what you think about, Spaghetti-O. I would love to hear your comments on what you think of these so far. And sorry, I'm so sorry. I would love to hear what you guys have to think about both of these. And then, yeah, so that's it. Friday, I will get back with getting to know you. I don't know how long of an episode that will be because I wasn't here Monday or Tuesday, but we will see where we are. And okay, so the subscriber of the week for last week, I am very excited to announce is congratulations, Cheryl. I am so excited for you. Please email me at natalies.closet@yahoo.com. And the link is also in the description box below. Make sure you send me your address if I don't already have it. I don't know if I have your address. I have to check my handy dandy notebook to see in my mailing list if you are on it yet. But regardless, just go ahead and email me with your mailing address so I could go ahead and get your card out to you. And congratulations again, you were correct. It was the bracelet that had changed last week. And yeah, I can't wait to see who this week's winner is and to let you know a little bit of change for next week. I'm actually in the process. I've been kind of my mom and I have been throwing out ideas to each other about what else we can do outside of the whole jewelry thing. And I think we've come up with one possible scenario, and I just have to think of the logistics of it and see if it will actually work or not, so that it'll be something different that you guys can, you know, I can throw you off on and see what changed, what didn't change, type of a thing. So I'm excited about that. I'm hoping I'll be able to actually figure it all out and get it to work in the next couple of weeks. So we'll see on that one. But otherwise, again, thank you guys so much for your support. You guys are amazing. I love you guys all dearly. Remember, for every season, there's a reason to crochet. Miley is in the other room. She's being a very good girl, but she does say hello to her peeps, and she missed you yesterday, but she will see you next Tuesday. And my mom said hello to everybody who said hello to her in all the comments from this previous week. And I think that's it. I love you guys dearly. Stay safe and healthy. Love, hugs, and prayers. Extra prayers to anybody who needs them. If you're still here and you're new, I would love it if you'd hit the subscribe button down below, as well as a notification bell next to that. And if you'd be willing to give this video a thumbs up, as well as share it, that would be amazing. I am excited to get to my next milestone, which is going to be 1,250 subscribers, at which point I'll do another giveaway. So yeah, I'm excited to see us get there and grow from there. So have a great day. You guys will see me on Friday. And yep, talk to you soon. Bye.